Hey guys, it's Radiant here, and we're back with another reaction video from... I'm doing another Tats top video because of the SCP one we most recently did. Believe it or not, two of the members of Tats have actually reached out to me, and I, for the most part of the day, have been on Skype with mainly Tats himself for good 4 or 5 hours and just conversing. So I figure it would be nice to do more of their videos as a way of saying thank you for showing the channel some love and, actively going out of their way to contact me. On top of that, we also have That Creepy Reading, which is another member of Tats, and I'm going to be reacting to some of his videos. I am actually ordered to release, though, this short disclaimer. The one we're about to watch today deals with explaining sound of phenomenon, and since most of this does have to do with binaural beats, I'm warning those who have headphones on to be very careful, because these sounds, like it says here, will cause nausea and some sickness if listened at a certain pitch. So just viewer discretion is advised. I would recommend taking, at least if you have earbuds, take one out so the doesn't really affect you as much. If you're immune to that kind of shit, then fuck it, go balls deep and put both headphones in. I don't care. Okay, actually, I care immensely. I care. I care about your health immensely, but I'm doing a shit ton of videos today as a special thank you to Tats and That Creepy Reading. So the next few videos are going to be uploaded are just going to be videos from their channels that I'm reacting to. So, as with other updates, Anime Cracks, I don't know if they're coming back, because I've watched a few. I've looked at screenshots of a few of them, and they're all pretty much starting to repeat themselves and show the same stuff over and over again. So I think I'm going to hold off on the Anime Cracks until more are made that have more diverse clips in them. So they're not gone for good. They're just on temporary hold. Same thing with the 3 scary stories that I read. That's not gone. That's just on temporary hiatus. But yeah, I've bitched and complained long enough. Let's go ahead and start the video.
Contains disturbing content and sounds that may cause nausea. Viewer discretion advised.
Oh, lovely.
Some sounds just can't be explained. No matter how much we analyze, test, or scrutinize, there are just no answers forthcoming.
Throughout the span of recorded history, there have been strange sounds heard all over the world for which we still have no explanation.
From mysterious sounds in the sky to strange sounds in the sea, here are the top 15 unexplained sound phenomenon. The bloop. The bloop is a slowed-down, low-frequency sound picked up by the United States National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration in 1997. The unidentified bloop contained such a high amplitude that it was detected by multiple sensors over a range of 5,000 kilometers, a testament to how loud it is. The sound originated from about 1,750 kilometers west of Chile, a remote location with no land and an ocean depth of about 4,300 meters. The bloop's nature and characteristics are comparable to sounds made by marine animals, but even blue whales, the largest living creatures on the planet, can't produce a sound equal to the bloop. However, recently the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration has confirmed that it wasn't an animal, but the sound of a cracking ice shelf as it breaks up from Antarctica, but this has not been fully proven.
The Vocal Memnon.
The what?
Located near the modern-day Egyptian city of Luxor, sit two 23-meter-tall, 1,000-ton statues, which were built by Amenhotep III in the 13th century BC to guard a mortuary temple. Historically, people believed that one of these statues could produce mysterious sounds or speak, leading to the monolith nickname, the Vocal Memnon. Despite being an effigy of a pharaoh, the talking statue did not receive much attention until after the Roman conquest of Egypt. The site was visited by thousands of people, including poets, generals, and even emperors. There are 87 inscriptions in Greek and Latin carved into the stone, which include testimonies
Beautiful
from
statue.
people who claim to have heard Memnon and the day and times that it spoke. The sounds emitted by the statue were believed to be Memnon greeting his mother and were said to sound like someone striking brass or snapping a harp string. The phenomenon ended when the statue was repaired by Emperor Septimus Severus in 199 AD. The phenomenon inspired many poets, writers, and other artists, though the source of the mysterious sound is currently unknown. It's difficult to investigate since it hasn't been heard for over 1,800 years.
Damn. That's some crazy shit.
Quacker.
Quacker.
Quackers are mysterious sounds similar to a frog noise, widely reported by the crews of the Soviet Navy submarines from various parts of the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans during the peak of the Cold War, as well as their assumed sources. They are an example of unidentified submerged objects. During the Cold War, when Soviet ballistic missile submarines went to patrol northern seas, their crews started reporting the mysterious frog-like sounds, which soon were dubbed quackers, from the Russian rendition of a frog noise. These objects exhibited behaviors not unlike living beings or manned vessels, showing obvious interest in passing submarines, circling around them, trying to actively avoid sonar pulses. The speed of some of these objects was in the range of 200 kilometers an hour, much higher than any known man-made vessel. Contact was attempted on several occasions, but nothing came of it.
Huh. That's actually kind of creepy. That's actually really loud. Let me turn that down.
Upsweep. The Upsweep audio was first captured in 1991 and resembles a siren or howling from an unknown creature. Researchers have noticed that the Upsweep seems to be
Siren.
seasonal, reaching its peak in the spring and fall.
Sirens
It
are
frequently
real.
occurs near volcanic seismic activity.
I'm happy.
Researchers are still unable to identify the origin of this strange noise. The origin of the sound is certainly unresolved. The overall source level has been declining since 1991, but the sounds can still be detected on National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration's Equatorial Autonomous Hydrophone Arrays. Until the mystery is solved, many theories will continue to excite human curiosity. Could it maybe be an unknown species of sea creature? Could it be a geological oddity or undiscovered phenomenon? No one knows. Some explanations are certainly more likely than others, but with 95% of the world's oceans unexplored by humans, the possibility of discovering something new is certainly ever present. The 52 Hertz Whale. The 52 Hertz whale is an individual whale of an unidentified species, which calls at the very unusual frequency of 52 Hertz. This pitch is a much higher frequency than that of any other whale species, with migration patterns most closely resembling the blue whale or fin whale. It was discovered by William Watkins from the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution in 1989. Scientists were able to track the whale, but no one has ever actually seen it. The media has dubbed it the world's loneliest whale, since it was calling out to a mate at a frequency that other whales were unfamiliar with, and therefore never got a reply. Whatever biological cause underlies its unusually high voice does not seem to be detrimental to its survival. As of 2004, the whale has been detected every year since, but no known videos or photos have actually provided proof of the whale.
That's actually really sad. Poor whale can't even communicate with his own kind. The whale just wants some love. Someone please give the 52 gigahertz whale some love, please. Thing can't mate.
Singing sand. In deserts throughout the world, many people have heard a bizarre low-pitched droning coming from the sand dunes. There are many various theories about the singing sand mechanism. It has been proposed that the sound frequency is controlled by the shear rate. Others have suggested that the frequency of vibration is related to the thickness of the dry surface layer of sand. Singing sand produces sound described as roaring, booming, squeaking, or the song of dunes. Italian explorer Marco Polo heard it in the Gobi Desert in the 13th century and described the strange noises as sounding like all kinds of musical instruments, and also of drums and the clash of arms. In Central Asia, these sounds were attributed to the malignant spirits, evil demons, and goblins. Today, this phenomenon is known as singing sand. Certain sand dunes are known to emit these noises for up to 15 minutes and can be heard around 10 kilometers away on a daily basis. Not all sands sing, whistle, or bark alike. The sounds heard have a wide frequency range that can be different for each patch of sand.
Yellowstone Whispers. Since the world-famous Yellowstone Park in Wyoming, USA opened in 1872, there have been records of a strange ominous whispering emanating from Yellowstone and Shoshone lakes, described as a cross between a whistle and a horse whinny. Previous accounts describe the whispers as beginning in the north, growing increasingly loud as they sweep over the area, and then becoming more and more faint as they move away in the opposite direction. The whispers
I said it once and I'll say it again. That is the exact reason I avoid lakes and seas.
They occur most
I will not go in the ocean. I will not go in lakes. You will only get my ass in the
Early
chlorinated
trappers
pool.
in the region were apparently aware of the phenomenon, and Native
nope.
Americans considered it a sacred occurrence. Theories on the cause of the sound include flocks of birds in flight, erupting volcanic gases, seismic activity, and the groundings of static electricity in the lake. Of course, there are also ghost stories associated with the phenomenon that suggest that the sound is produced by spirits of Native Americans or drowning victims.
Mist puffers. Loud, unexplained, and seemingly random sounds have been coming from large bodies of water all around the world, from the Great Lakes in America to the Yellow River in India. These strange sounds have been officially termed mist puffers and have been described by witnesses as sounding like thunder. However, there are usually no storms in range when these booms occur. Mist puffers are incredibly powerful. The sound generated by them can produce shock waves that are felt miles away. Multiple theories of explanation have been put forward, including pent-up gas, underwater caves collapsing, meteorites, and rapidly rising air. But extensive research has yet to produce a credible answer as to what these sounds exactly are, or why they even occur.
Wow signal. The wow signal was recorded on August 15th, 1977 by scientists at Ohio State University working with the Big Ear telescope. It was a 72-second transmission that originated nearly 200 light-years away from Earth near Sagittarius. It matched the expected signature of an interstellar signal, prompting Dr. Jerry Emmon to circle the signal on a printout and write "wow" beside it. The sound was unique and looked similar to early predictions by scientists on how an extraterrestrial message would look like. There's no question that the signal originated from outside of our solar system, and in fact, its origin has been pinpointed as somewhere beyond the constellation Sagittarius. It was picked up by only one of Big Ear's 2 detectors and was never heard again despite close monitoring, but all rational explanations put forth by skeptics have been proven wrong, from satellite transmissions to space debris collisions. The WOW signal is the only confirmed sound received from deep space that could possibly be an intentional signal sent by entities unknown.
One more reason to stay the fuck out of space. One more goddamn reason to stop going into space, right there.
The hum is a faint, low-frequency humming noise heard worldwide by a small percentage of the population. The hum is sometimes prefixed with the name of the locality where the problem has been particularly publicized. These include Taos Hum in New Mexico, Kokomo Hum in Indiana, the Bristol Hum in England, Largs Hum in Scotland, Copenhagen Hum in Denmark, and the Vancouver Hum in Canada. It can be described as an irritating, persistent, low-frequency sound that resembles the sound of a distant diesel engine idling, and can often be felt as vibrations in the body. According to people who've heard it, microphones can't seem to accurately capture this noise. It's loudest indoors, at nights, and on weekends. More mysterious still, some people have tried earplugs and other acoustic quieting devices to block it out, but to no effect. Investigations by scientists including have failed to find a source or even a plausible explanation for the phenomenon. Heard by only the rare few, a hum may just be another reminder of all we do not know or understand about life in this universe.
That's fucking creepy. That is the creepiest shit I've ever heard.
Skyquakes. These are just a few of recent examples of a fairly common phenomena. Loud earth...
I'm sorry. Did he just say skyquakes? You're telling me that, much like an earthquake caused by the plates of the earth shifting, the fucking sky can have an earthquake of its own? What?!
Shaking booms with no apparent cause. They are often labeled as mystery booms, sky booms, or skyquakes, and although there could be quite prosaic explanations for the explosive sound, sonic booms, small earthquakes, and even exploding meteors, investigations always come short for conclusive explanations. There have been many unexplained reports of sound phenomena like a cannon or a sonic boom coming from the sky. They have been heard in several locations around the world, such as the banks of the river Ganges in India, the East Coast, and inland Finger Lakes of the United States, as well as areas of the North Sea, Japan, and Italy. In January 1999, a loud boom at 12:15 a.m. disturbed the residents of Colorado Springs and Denver. Some witnesses said the noise was accompanied by a flash of light in the sky. There was no electrical storm data for that day. Although it could have been a sonic boom, the military denied any military activity in the area. Thousands of homes were rattled by two huge mysterious booms 30 miles southeast of Los Angeles just before 10 p.m. in May of 1998. Residents described the sounds as explosions, earthquakes, noises, and thuds. The two booms occurred about 5 minutes apart. Eerie sound from One World Trade Center. Eerie sounds have been causing consternation for residents near the site of the former World Trade Center and the current home of the new One World Trade Center. The noise sounds like a buzzing, with a slight melancholy to it, almost like a faint wailing. This unsettling sound appears to come from the building itself, and it's noticeable enough to have been heard by pedestrians, so it's not simply an isolated incident witnessed by a few folks with sensitive ears. The initial theory was that the sound was created by a wind vacuum within the empty structure, since it was first heard during Hurricane Sandy. But the sound hasn't ceased, even though the building is complete and the hurricane is now an afterthought. So what is it? The spirits of the deceased? As of now, the mystery remains. EVP, Electronic Voice Phenomenon. EVP can be just about anything, including what may sound like footsteps, growling, a door slamming, or even one or more voices. People detect these sounds only while reviewing audio and visual recordings. They're never heard by anyone present at the time of the recording. There is a range of explanations as to how these mysterious noises suddenly appear on recordings without anybody hearing them beforehand. The most popular explanation is that these voices and noises are created by ghosts speaking from beyond the grave on frequencies inaudible to the human ear, which can only become audible during playback. Now, thousands of people across the world spend their free time in wandering around haunted locations and installing recorders and video cameras in hopes of spooks and apparition. The evidence could be found at the city of Dundee in Scotland, a city packed full of dead people, as a huge part of the city was formed over an ancient graveyard. Those skeptical that EVPs are indeed voices of the dead have offered several other theories, including stray radio waves, hoaxes, cross-modulation, and interference from nearby radio sources.
UVB-76. A Russian radio station has been playing a buzzing sound for 4 decades. Every few months, it is interrupted by a voice relaying a coded
Russia
message.
always has some weird shit
no
going
one
on in their
knows
country.
the exact purpose of the station,
whether it be
or the
natural or
message.
unnatural, they always have something going on.
Predominant theories suggest that it is a station used by the military. Others suggest that it may be a counterattack measure for nuclear war. Nicknamed the Buzzer, it's a shortwave radio station of unknown origin. Although its noise has changed slightly over the preceding 40 years, it's always involved some form of regular buzzing, interrupted by a voice on rare occasions, seemingly reading out a message. Today, 25 times every minute, it spends less than a second buzzing, pauses, and then buzzes again, endlessly. Ryan Schaum, an engineering student from Pittsburgh who runs a number station website, said that he first became interested in the buzzer a little well over a year ago. He said in an interview that he first saw what was a YouTube video of it and quickly became fascinated with the mystery. But he admits he hasn't attempted to crack the code yet, saying that these messages cannot be decoded by anyone who they do not intend them to be for. Without access to the codebook, there's no way to tell what they're sending. In 2010, the location of the buzzer was moved from near the town of Povarovo, not too far from Moscow, to an unknown location in Pskov, on the border with Estonia. The estimated location of its new position is based on triangulation of the signal from radio enthusiasts.
Sounds from the sky.
There's been a lot of buzz over the last few weeks about strange sounds being heard in the atmosphere. People around the world and here at home have reported hearing some bizarre noises.
Some strange noises heard around the world the last few weeks.
The minute
especially on YouTube,
that sound started playing,
England.
The very minute that audio started playing, I instantly got chills going down my back from that. That was creepy as fuck. It sounds like an iridescent moaning, like a low groan or a moan from a ghost or something like that. I don't know. It's fucking creepy, and you all wonder why I stay in my house locked up all the time. This is why. Between sound effects coming from the sky causing earthquakes and sounds coming from those oceans and lakes and all that shit. Yeah, I'm not leaving my house. It's not safe to be outside. So I'm going to be staying inside my house.
And right next door in Manitoba, all showing folks alarmed by what sounds like a noise straight out of a science fiction flick.
They've happened here and across the country. Mysterious booming noises that for the most part have gone unexplained. No one seems to know what is causing these weird booms. Not police, not scientists, not even the military.
You felt it everywhere from Cape May to Manahawkin, Woodbine to North Wildwood, and all of you from Facebook to Twitter and all over social media.
Similar sounds have been reported all over the world in recent years, including in Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States.
Video clips from across the world have captured a sinister sounding noise coming from the sky, but no one can explain what it is. The video footage was taken from Germany, Canada, the United Kingdom, the United States, Ukraine, Belarus, revealing sounds similar to trumpet noises, somewhat more worrying as hearing these would signal the end of the world, the apocalypse and the seven trumpets, when they are heard one at a time to cue apocalyptic events that were seen in the visions of the revelation of Christ Jesus by John of Patmos. The mysterious noises from the sky continues to baffle people all over the world to this day, as well as giving those who hear it sleepless nights. The eerie sounds have been continuously heard at all different times and locations for almost a decade. There is no clear consensus about the beginning of the weird reverberating noises. While they can be understood as the sky trumpet of the apocalypse announcing the second coming of Christ and the end of the world, the weird noises have also been interpreted as the sound made by spaceships preceding an alien invasion. And what about the HARP project, or Project Bluebeam, that sends sonic waves to alter the ionosphere and control our weather? Is this the sound of the aurora borealis? Or are we just thinking too much? Could the sounds just merely be tectonic plates grinding, atmospheric pressure, train shunting, or just local construction noises? Well, the origins to this mystery began in Belarus in 2008. Ear-deafening sounds were posted to YouTube by an anonymous user. More sounds were recorded from other users witnessing this phenomena following up to 2012. In 2014, the sounds were recorded once again, with the trumpet sounds being much more louder than normal. The noises continued around the world, but their length has increased.
You hear that? I have no idea. Like, it's coming straight out of the sky. What is that?
Okay, so I'm thoroughly freaked out from that last one. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Earth, but Earth is one fucked up place.
This video contains
Oh shit. Well, you guys got the first 1 second of the next video, so yay. Yeah, anyway, again, I want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Tats for taking the time to reach out to me for this, because it means a lot to see other channels, you know, taking an interest in my work. It is very nice. It's a very nice and but yeah, so that concludes this video. Like I said, I've got 5 or 6 more to do because I have a bunch of videos queued up on the watch later list of their stuff. So I will see you all in about roughly 1 minute. Bye.